I will go ahead. I'll go ahead. So when you have questions, please stop me. So I'll give you an abstract of this demo. So we have, so say that a customer having an Azure account, is having some virtual machines and standalone runtime of Mule. So there will be lots of local servers like SQL Server or SAP. So for that one, we have to access it from our cloudhub. So for that, we need to create a VPN between a tunnel between our cloudhub and the Azure network. So for that, I'm going to describe the steps. So these steps you can follow. This is very precise. I'm just going to detail it out. So this describes what are the things we have to take care of it. So from anypoint side, we need to create a VPN, which should have a public IP of the Azure one. Then it will create, on the end of the VPN creation, it will create 2 tunnels. That 2 tunnels, you have to go to the Azure end. Then you have to create a local virtual gateway. Sorry, local network gateway for the 2 tunnels. Then there is something called virtual network gateway. In this one, you have to create a connections for the 2 local network gateway you have created. So this is what we are going to see in this demo. So I'm in Anypoint Runtime Manager. I have a VPC which is having CADR ranges 19. It starts with 192.00/24. So my first step would be in the Azure. I have, for example, why I have to go to Azure is before creating my VPN, I need the IP of the virtual network gateway.
How did you define the CADR range? I mean, 192.0.0.0.
See, this should not overlap between your cloudhub and the cloudhub VPC here and your Azure VPC. Otherwise, you have freedom to do anything because it's your local network. You can define anything, basically.
Okay.
So it should not overlap. That's all. That's the only thing. It should start with the variety of this range. If it starts with 192, that I'm going to keep anything other than this one. So if you see, I have a resource group. This is a container in Azure. I have already created a network that is called virtual network, VNet in Azure, that has a subnet. My subnet range starts with 170, then there is no problem at all. My subnet will have 24 range. My actual network will have a 16 range. Let me go to this one. See this virtual network, if I click on it, this is having 16 range. So inside my network, I'm going to have a subnet that is small portion of it that is going to have only 250 machines. Basically, if you go, you can go for 20. The network width would be like 16, which is nothing but 65,000 machines it can hold. When you plan for small subnets, you can go for 20. That means it's around 4,000 machines you can create. We will not go more than 2 or 5. I mean 2 to 5. But depends, you can have it. So what is the meaning of it? The virtual network you have created, inside that, if you create any virtual machines or any assets you create, that will follow the IP range. That will follow the IP range of the subnet. Okay, so what I'm going to do for testing purpose, I have created one.
Just sorry to interrupt. So MuleSoft suggests IP range which is greater than or equal to 22. I mean, this is what we normally recommend to customers.
Yes. Okay. 22 is it?
Yeah, 22. Okay. Greater than or equal to 22.
Okay. Greater than or equal to 22. Okay, that is good. Okay, so here I have my first step in Azure is you have to create a virtual network gateway. Or in AWS, the same thing. You need to create a virtual network gateway, which will have a public IP. This public IP is needed when you create a VPN here. For flipping, this is Anypoint platform now. I'm going to create a VPN here. I'm going to say, this is cloud CH2 Azure. And the VPC, the current VPC I have, which is associated with my dev environment. So remote IP address, which I have taken from there in Azure. Yeah, it is good. And I have to give the CA this range, the subnet range. I'm going to go out of this guy, take the virtual network and go to the subnet, take this path. Okay. And rest of the things goes just like that, and create a VPN. So this VPN will create, it will take for a while, and it will create 2 tunnels for us.
See, VPN has subnets, right? But the VPN had a lower network range than a subnet. So subnet has 24, VPN had 16.
Right.
VNet.
Right. That's how it works. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you understood, right? So I'm going back to the Azure one.
No, he's asking the subnet has a more than the
No, it
network.
can't be, right?
The VNet.
No. The range, how you calculate the CADR range, right? TR block or range calculator. If you go more than from like, if you say it is 32.
No. For your case, it is 16 and 24. Subnet is 24.
Give me
outside. Yeah.
So my created VPN will look like this one. The status is pending. Let's wait until it comes like available. Then both the tunnels will be down until then. But we can go ahead because.
Why is it saying 2 tunnels?
Yeah, by default it will be open 2 tunnels. I don't know the reason, but by default 2 tunnels will be created for high availability, I believe.
Maybe high availability, because that's the same configuration we have when we create DLBs.
Okay.
So by default 2 workers to share the load. It might be because of that. Okay.
Yeah, high availability. Yeah. So now it's become available. We can go ahead and copy this external IP address and create local network gateway in here. So I'm going back to this South India resource group. Here I'm going to type local network gateway. I'm going to give a name for tunnel 1. It's going to be for tunnel 0. IP address is this one.
Where you get the IP address? From you?
I copied it from here, from the Anypoint platform, tunnel 1.
Okay.
And the address range would be your Anypoint's address range. That's your subnet address range you have to give. Yeah, this one is okay. That's my remote network. Yeah, this is my IP range. That's it. Now, so this is going to be in South India. So yesterday I was keeping all the resources in a single region. For example, the Azure also was in single London region, and Anypoint platform also was in London region, and it worked. Today I wanted to try between London and South India. So that's why I'm keeping Azure in South India to make sure whether it is able to. According to me, it should work. Yeah, if it stops, then that is the reason. If it is not able to create that one. So my local network gateway has been created now for tunnel 0. I'm going to copy for the other one. I'm going inside the VPN Anypoint platform. I'm going to the tunnel 1 thing and copy this guy IP and create another one. Local network gateway. Yeah. This is for tunnel 1. And likewise, the IP of the VPC, our VPC, cloud VPC. There will be trial of some spaces that will throw some error, but if you remove it, then it goes good. Invalid IP still. Yeah, there is one more space. Now it's okay.
So inside South India, you're creating two local network gateway, which
means that I'm saying to Azure, this address is my local, my on-prem thing. Okay, and this is my VPN. VPN is my virtual network gateway. Okay, which is associated with some VPN device. I think this is software-based VPN. And I'm going inside the connections. I'm going to create the connection for between my local and the Azure thing. So this is going to be my tunnel 0. It's not VNet to VNet. VNet to VNet is within Azure. Yeah, this is going to be IPsec site to site between my virtual network gateway and this between South India tunnel 0. These two things are coming from my old things. So I will select only the tunnel 01, and this shared PSK key we should be getting it from Anypoint platform VPN. If you see, so this is my PSK for tunnel 0, and that's it. I expect this to be up in a few minutes. Did I save that? Yes, it's loading. It's a site to site. Updating.
Okay, so you created two local gateways first. Now you're connecting them to the platform.
To the actual VPN.
Yeah, I mean the platform VPN using the PSK key.
Right.
And
right. So I have created a VPN connection here that created two tunnels. From here, from Azure, I have created a VPN. Right, VPNs can only talk. So from the Azure VPN, I am giving the PSK names and the remote address name, so that I'm using that. I'm connecting the tunnel. I'm establishing the tunnel.
Understood.
Yeah. So let's go back to the virtual network gateway. Hopefully it will be up. Yeah, one is up. See, yeah. So I'm connecting from South India to London. It doesn't matter, but the problem is about the latency. How because the data should travel across. For example, if you're requesting a query from our connector, which is deployed in cloudhub, so it has to traverse through the South Indian data center, then it has to come back. So the latency we should worry about. Otherwise, ideally we will be having the data centers in the same region. So I'm going to create another connection between the tunnel 1 site to site, and this is for tunnel 1, and shared key for that one should be tunnel 2 here. So click this is my PSK, and that's it. So this is also will be up. Now we can seamlessly call your on-prem or your own data center, Azure's local service from your cloudhub API. So yesterday we have tested through a VM. So the same we can do it today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going inside the resource group, and I'm going to create a Windows 10 machine. Virtual machine name is on-prem. I'll say it's not actually on-prem, it's on Azure Mule.
You can call it a private cloud.
Yeah, I'll put Mule Mule Azure VPC. I'll put virtual private cloud, and it's going to be in South India only. Where is the South India? The rest of things we can leave it. So we have to allow some ports for RDP and these things I used to do. Yeah, review and create. It will shut down every day. So AWS will give some Windows options of VMs. That is not that is only if servers are allowed. Only here we create Windows clients. I mean clients of Windows 10, for example. This is gonna take some more time. There you go. So in this, so we have so what we have done till now, we have got these two tunnels connected to Azure. So in Azure, I have created a virtual machine. In that one, I am creating a standalone server of Mule. So I have extracted the Mule server here. I'm going to copy this whole thing. Let's see. Let me put it in here. Oh my God. Control A, Control C, Control V. Yeah, it's copying. So this private IP, I have did the IP config. So it returns me like the 170.2.0.4. This is because of the subnet IP range I have given. This is one of the resources created within that subnet range. So my Mule runtime is ready, but I don't want to run it from the download. So I'm going to copy it to my C folder. Go to the C folder and paste it here. Yeah, copied. So gonna Mule bin. So in this case, I'm not registering the agent against the runtime. I'm just leaving, since it is non-prime, I'm gonna just call that. So Mule, I didn't register this agent for your information. Install. Once it is installed, I'm going to go to the downloads. I have already copied one of the application I have created, which is having a simple transform component. Let me show that to you. So this is going to say this message whenever I call this API. It's going to be in this machine. It's an Azure machine. So go back to your C folder, C drive, Mule, apps, drop it. It should deploy it. Once it deployed, we will access it locally through the private IP. .172. 2.0.4 /tick.
It is 170.2.0.4.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, but however, it's not done here. So we'll check why. So I have just installed, I didn't start the server. So Mule start. So this time, this would, yeah, I think, yeah, it's vanished and it will create an anchor file. Before that, I'll change the look and feel of this guy. View, hide the known types and say okay. Yeah, anchor file is created. So this should be working. Let's want to check. Let me check what is the listener port. 8090 and that is check.
You didn't add the port here.
Yeah, that's also one thing I missed out. In the Azure, we have to add this port in the, it's a South India thing. Where I have to go? Yeah, and probably maybe I have to restart the machine. I don't know. Yeah, here you have to add up inbound rule 8090. So that the port is opened, but internally it should be working ideally. So I want to check now. Let me check if that's successfully deployed. Logs. Yeah, it looks like. Yeah. It just got a transform message.
Just add the port there. The URL.
It is not?
No.
Oh, port is missing. Then how it will work? Come on. I am sleeping. That's not good. Yeah. So this worked internally. Oh, that's where you said add the port. Then I gone here and add a port. Sweet. So, okay. Now the pending thing is I have to design an application in the Anypoint platform. Going here, design center, created a Mule application, which is NRE SFTP, which has.
You already become NRE.
After you. Okay, so I have embedded the private IP here. So I'm waiting for the scheduler to call this message. Yeah, it worked. I can see the logs, right? Where I can see the logs, guys?
Yeah, you can see output.
Output? See?
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Okay. So this is how, okay, to summarize this one. So we have called from CloudHub, we have used the private IP of the Azure thing and called an API. So this is how the same applies for the SQL Server, SAP, etc.
Anything which is there inside your Azure instance.
Yes, supposed to be, right? Okay, great. I hope this video helps. I'll stop the recording first.